What's going on, y'all? It is March 12th. We get into a very, very interesting times. We know we got bank closures happening, at least one. We'll see if this will start to topple many of them or if this is just going to be something small. But in the looks of things, it could be pretty major and be a whole domino effect. So for the DXY, we are back into where this channel stopped before, back in top of February. So we're back there. We're going to see what happens at that area. But currently, from the weekly time frame, we did get a nice push down from the high. I do believe this is still just the retracement of the monthly time frame, as we can see here, with the intended target with being 50%, maybe 6.8. We look at the structure on the smaller side of things. We do have Monday open coming, so come New York session, we'll get the real move. But there are some interesting targets here. So we'll see. We'll see if we hold where we are, which is this current level you can see here. If we can hold that between today and tomorrow, honestly, including a little bit of this area down here. If we can see this pop off from here, then we're gonna get a nice skyrocket move back up to 105. Maybe touching 106, 107 to get back into this other trend line. And that'll show, exactly what's going on with this banking system. So with that being said, on NAS 100, I am looking for sales. Want to go top to bottom and just see why, right? The weekly winded out with a nice bearish engulfing pattern. We're currently seeing the retest of that. I do have this break of the bullish trend that happened last week, maybe 3 weeks ago, really. But the last 3 weeks we've been playing in this range here. So now, got our break to the low side, got a break of structure right into last week, getting that pullback. And on the slower time frames, which I can do in the 8-hour, got a nice bearish engulfing right off of that previous structure we had there last week. Get into that 4-hour, we're getting into that retracement where it left an imbalance from last week. So I think we're coming into that very nicely. That's also the 12,000 quarter point level. So there's all types of confluences on the sell, as we can already see. On the 2-hour, you can look for a nice golfing through the night. Maybe come New York session, they'll come back and clean up. If they do leave an imbalance through the night, if they keep pushing, if they slow it down, whatever happens, we're going to play into this area. New York session, I would look for us to come back and revisit either the QP or something within this range to leave a wick and continue the downside process with the bank news. NZD USD is on my list. Got the retracement or the pull up, out of the little kind of flag, not a flag, but a pennant, right? Is that right? Pin it up. We were really just looking for this retest. What previous structure here is 61,750. That's all I was really going for. So we got a nice double top there. That's what matters. Nice evening star following, coming into another evening star, I'm sure. And then we'll continue through the night. My expectations. German 30 pulled up into the golden zone that I was identifying on the bullish side earlier, which was back here. And once it broke that, it did what? Never really gave that retrace. Okay, so when it came back down, double top, this was also the trend. Bullish flag now null and void. We breaking that trend. We back on the backside of that golden zone. So now I'm just looking after this retrace because market open, right? We got the weak crossover. So of course that's got to reflect. And that's, I think this candle is going to represent. And now we're going to get the rest of this move coming down. Let's go look at our 12-hour real quick. I like that, then it's still this engulfing until this 7 hours is complete. I wouldn't even fucking fuck with it. But the daily's already telling you we're now no wick to the downside on this candle, right? So the bulls came in off it on the retrace of the previous day. Fantastic. Back into the golden zone. Fantastic. I want all this to turn out to be wick by tomorrow. France 40, shit, man. I don't think this is gonna pop open until later tonight. I think it's like 1 a.m. or something like that. This opens up. Same thing. Look for that retrace where back into here. Don't make it difficult. Don't make it difficult. I think that's all I'm looking at. I don't have Chris here with me, so I'm gonna hit UJ and I'm gonna hit GA. GA is monstrously bullish. Let's see what we're looking for here. So we got a nice momentum candle starting out the week. I ain't got no questions. Where you want to go? Obviously, fucking high. So I'm gonna look for that retrace. Do I need the fib? No, but I like to have it there. Because then, boom, I know my 50% is where structure is as well, and it's higher time frame. Look out. I can go back. I can look, see if any rejections happen around here. The wall I've showed you guys before, but I don't need to do that. I'm just gonna look for the retrace now. Let's go down into our daily. Okay. So interesting area. Got nice points of rejection around here. Are we gonna get a deep pullback like this with the bank thing going on? Maybe, maybe not. You know, also check news of that nature, all of that. But this would be your first intended target for a retracement. What do I have? I got rejections down here. I got an imbalance right here. So I would love to see us this week, you know, maybe come back and check those things out. Come handle the situation. So I'd like to see something like this in the first part of the week and then take off into the rest. And end Friday with another strong bullish week. UJ, DXY didn't maintain, started going for that monthly situation. So let me go look at how our monthly's looking here. All right, so we end into the retrace of that monthly engulfing. Really nice. You know that came off of it's all this rejection over here. Oh, well, I already got my shit there. So anyway, off of the rejections we saw previously when it wicked down into this area of 126,500. You can see we have previous, I mean, this is fucking all-time high breaks, 03. So we're in a very high situation off this whole fucking head and shoulders here. All right, so that was, again, these are the no-brainer situations. So now, very simply, you waited for the bullish break. We got it. We're looking for that retrace. We're in that right now. This is a little imbalance area I had. We'll see if we reject from there, you know, and keep that rolling. So keep it very simple. Come down up in here into your daily and wait for it to find the area of a rejection point, maybe give you some type of daily bullish situation. You know what to do after that. Monthly's already told you what's happening. SPX rejections from 4,000, not 4,000, sorry, from 39.25 to 39.50. I like oil. I was liking oil. Let's see what's happening. So we'll probably just get a drop. Yeah, because I'm looking at this bearish flag thing. I really want this motherfucker to fall out. Really, really do. Something like that preferably. No. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at from a higher time frame perspective. So when I come into the lower time frames, really until I get that break of the low, you know, there's no trade if you're gonna play the break. Or you could possibly look for a sell from where we are with a stop back behind 778. Yeah, behind 78. And ride down. You take that kind of trade, or you can take your time, be patient, wait for the break, and go from there. And it can literally stop at any of these situations, right? So here's interesting, here's interesting. One of these will give us that position, pop back, stay patient, wait for it to do what it's doing. That's all I got. I'm opening up my brethren. Let's see what's happening. So floor is yours.
All right. It was like should be my first official week back, full week back. Took at some looks at some things. I think before the last time we were on, we marked some things that we saw. Which would be, was it that's not the Thursday we saw it, that Wednesday, because Thursday I wasn't here. So Wednesday we were on. We said we wanted to come down a little further for us to take this buy, it decided it didn't want to come down any further, and it just took off upwards for the buy that we're looking for. So gold looked pretty good for the setup for it, follow everything we were looking for. Um, but the one thing that I started noticing too, which I got to get on myself about, is that I've been trying to counter trade. So we knew the trade was in a downward trend, but I took this buy, which could have burned me because everything in the trend was supposed to stay for a sell. I did that same thing on US 30 and it actually burnt me. So we'll talk about that a little bit about making sure that you're following the things that you normally trade by. So normally I'm seeing, hey, the trend is a sell. This is the market is telling me, hey, I'm looking for the sales. If I'm not looking for sales, I'm waiting for pullbacks for those sales, for those ideas. Now that we outside this trend, outside there's a channel that we have formed, then we know we're now falling getting into our buys, but we wouldn't have gotten into a buy here until we worried about this coming out of here. So that's a big thing that I started seeing today, actually, after looking at this. Now, obviously, I'm looking for buys now, but that would just mean seeing the double bottom here. Now, the double bottom could have been anything forming that we need to, but it would have still been a counter trade, which is something I'm not trying to do anymore. So just be mindful of that stuff when you're doing it. Hey, we're trading against the trend. We gotta be we gotta be sure that we're doing it right that way. What's some other things we're looking at? GA he always talked about. GN is on the up and up. I'm not really looking at GN currently right now. I'll look at it a little bit more in the future. I haven't marked up this thing in a while. I think the last time I marked up something was because of the channels that were forming here, and it looked like it gave us a buy upwards. We can really throw a channel on this if we wanted to, because it's in a buyer's market currently. So if we were looking at this again, hey, I'm looking for buys. So the next time for me to get in my entry in here, we see daily here. We go down to the 4 hours. We see we got a pullback probably forming on the 4 hour. That's going to end in another 3 hours and 26 minutes on the hourly. We have a lot of things slowing down. We had railroads that formed at a level, looks like it. What level? This one here. This is gonna be another green one. Nope. Cool. So railroads that formed. Let's move this down a little bit so don't hurt my feelings. Railroads here. Tells us we're trying to get into a sell. But we're only looking for buys, remember that. So we're looking for this to come down a little, hopefully coming down to 50% of this candle here. Oh, that's the wrong chart. Exit, delete. There we go. Let's go here for the fib. So we're already close to the 50% of where we were before. Let's get rid of this one. Don't bug me. So it was already selling at the 50%. It got close to it today, twice. Is this from today? No, this is from Friday. They already got close to for it. So this one come down again to this 50%. We take this buy here of our previous candle for GN if it's what we want to get into. But make sure we're looking for it at some kind of level of resistance. Only time we've been here before or somewhere close to this would be here, but that's nowhere near the 50% of that candle. So I said we'll just watch it closely. I probably won't be watching it closely. I'll probably just take the buy because I can be able to handle a little bit of that drawdown, but that's just something to look at. What else we got? Tesla. Tesla was trying to do the same thing. We had it selling off. We have it selling off for a while now. Hey, it got close. It's working. Does anybody remember why we were selling Tesla off? Do you remember, Zay?
Not fundamentally, but I mean, from the higher time frame, it had hit a resistance point you had up. I remember, and then I
Yeah.
mean, you see that whole head and shoulders pattern, or at least
Yep.
that triple top something.
So I had a pretty strong head and shoulder triple top that we were seeing, and we also saw that we had this inverted head and shoulders that was forming that we were looking for. So we saw the inverted head and shoulders potentially forming. That's why we had it coming down to this level again. But overarching, it's still a sell. So we're also selling it because it's in a seller's market. So we saw that it had a pretty strong resistance level here that they got to, and that's why we sold it off. So we sold it because we're in a sales market and it was supposed to sell. We're already selling it here because that's the next logical place for it to come to, which would be where this shoulder formed here previously, and also some other places that we saw it previously. So that's why we came here. Pretty nice Tesla. And let's get into this thing we're talking about for US 30. Why I took this dumb trade. It's gonna come back up and give me some of my money back, but hey, whatever. I should have saw this sale earlier because I'm not an idiot, but apparently I didn't see it. So so we had a lot of things moving upwards that were calling. So we were still in this buyer's mindset when we're looking at this because they've been buying for so long. And then it broke below this trend line that we had for this channel that it formed. It was a small channel, and I think we were trying to sell it. I think we were trying to buy it here or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, that's what it was. We were trying to get it down in here to buy it up because it's supposed to came back up. But it just drove through here, which is another reason why you should probably pay attention to your trades because it on an hour it didn't even like come back. 30 minutes it probably didn't come back either. 30 minutes when it dropped through here, it just fell through. It didn't even think about coming back. So when you're watching these trades in real time, that's the stuff you gotta see. But it should be coming back to this neckline again to retest here. So it'll put me back at even, and I just get out the trade here. So I'm gonna hold the trade up until this point. Now if it keep dropping, ooh, your boy gonna be holding for a long time, cause it ain't bad. It ain't bad trade until the
Bro,
trade
you are not
closes.
gonna hold all that.
Shit, shit. Until that, I'm gonna keep taking trades. I'm gonna taking trades until I'm winning other places. If I gotta buy, if I gotta sell this bitch off until I gotta slow it down a little bit until I'm okay, and then like watch it come back up, and I take that trade out of there, take my money,
You
and
said, "Look, you
then
better
watch it.
come out to break even, bro."
I got the plan for it. So the thing you
Hey, I
gotta
hear
do
you.
here,
I feel you.
I'm selling it until it gets to a point where it's gotta come back up, take my
Mhm.
profits from the sale, and then just buy it. And when it comes up, I just take my money when it buys back up.
Shit, that's a winning plan. That's a winning plan.
See how far I'm not gonna die from what's the names. So
For
stop
sure.
from fees.
Hey, mindset right there, y'all. You paying the fuck attention.
But those are the things that we're looking at here, especially it's at another level now. It's giving some indications right now. So keep watching it. I might get lucky. I might be out of this trade in 2 days. But I don't think so. I think it's gonna keep dropping for a while. Yeah. It's a bad boy.
Yeah. That's bruh. Go to '08 real quick.
What's up?
Was '08 real heavy after something like that? Like around that time?
8 o'clock, you said?
2008.
Was it heavy like this?
At least like right now we seeing when you was on that, I think the weekly or that monthly, we see that it's this giant double top or triple top that's happening in front of us with the potential of being another major drop after the recovery.
That's in 2009.
Yeah. And it just came, right? Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. I mean, we kind of had a major drop right there in close to 2012. To the left of 2012, somewhere right there. But I don't know, that's tricky. The way I'm looking at this right now, where we
It's about
are,
here.
where you at?
It's about this.
Yeah, right there. That was really it, though.
Yeah, this whole thing dropping and then dropping again is they don't know what's going on. This is the way we should be looking at 2019 drop. And then, but the thing about 2019, it just dropped and had a major recovery. Like it was just one big drop. Here, it's just been like and that's
that's
when
a money pump. That's such a money pump.
And the thing is, the crazy thing is, they put so much money into the market that they made all that money back. So they put like when they put $4 trillion into the market, they're already positive up here. Like when they took the money out up here, they were up trillions,
Huge, for sure.
trillions. So this whole when they put up in here at 24, Yeah, think about it. They're up to like 36 at one point. 36, 8. They pumping money all the way to 26. So they
The
had so
drop
many
ain't gonna
different
hurt that
shares in
much.
trillion. Yeah, like they're up right now. Like the market, the government is still up from the when they pump money in here. Like they don't care. They paying with your money now at this point,
Right.
honestly.
So if it falls, they just like whatever.
They ain't gonna let it fall this
They're
far.
gonna
It won't.
recover
It
even
won't.
more.
Yeah, it won't fall past this point. It will never fall below where
No,
COVID was at because of how
no.
much money they pumped into the market. That money was temporary. They're gonna pull that money out. They have no
There's
choice.
so many imbalances. Man. Yeah, you're right.
But hey, we'll see. And then Netflix. We told you last week too. Netflix was going to shit. Netflix is definitely going to the ground. It didn't even come back and give a retest of the channel. It just kept falling. So weekly, daily, it don't care what you're doing. It's just dying. So be mindful of that. That drops will continue to drop. I wonder how far it's gonna come down to. I gotta come to 158 or something like that. So if you got Netflix stock, I would advise you not to. And if you plan on buying Netflix, I advise you not to. But that's all the things I'm really looking at right now. Don't counter and trade. That's not a good move.
Do you got anything on us for crypto? I know I'm looking at sales on Bitcoin. Still.
Yeah, I can see that. I haven't really looked at them. I'm kind of staying out the market right now because I want to see what happens on Monday. Because we got a lot of news happening on Monday. You got a Fed Reserve having a secret closed meeting on Monday. We'll see what happens goes on. I think that's for the SVB bank crash that just happened. I think it's for that. Plus, you got the debt ceiling meeting too. So I mean, we'll see what happens. But if anything, if you're trading, I would just be kind of cautious this week. But if you're accumulating, yeah, keep buying, keep buying. So,
Word. XRP being the major one is there to stay eyes on, right? And XLM.
yeah, XLM, XRP, XDC be ones I would stay keep your eyes on.
Yeah, because with this whole banking system things, there is a macro view. Like I know you using that macro, micros. This micro viewpoint is the macro viewpoint. So my macro viewpoint, as far as our understanding of crypto banking is we see this continue to be the result of what previously happened in the last couple of years. Then digital currency they may pick one to be a saving grace or something like that. But I believe we'll see probably more than likely see more banks affected.
What'd you say?
We'll probably see more banks affected.
Especially
as
this
time
year.
goes on. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, March, depending on how you're looking at it, this March starts the beginning of the fiscal year, I want to say, business fiscal year. I think March or April is the beginning of it. So
I think it's the beginning of the second quarter, right? So it should be April.
yeah, but I think theirs is off a little bit. It doesn't start in January. I think it starts in, I think March or April. I'm gonna have to look at it again. The business fiscal.
The business
not
side, yeah.
January.
Yeah.
But if that is true, then it makes sense. You crash everything during the last year. I mean, the last quarter, and then you start a new quarter out with new things. So, new system, new rules, things of such.
Yeah, these banks are gonna have to make some adjustments. And it gives
Oh,
them a
yeah,
test run, like me and you talked about. It gives them a test run to see how crypto deals with these kind of situations. What cryptos are able to handle these kind of situations as well. There's just so many different ways to look at this thing. What's happening?
Yeah, that's what me and Mike was talking about in the Discord. We were saying how the bail-ins and what would happen in this situation. The big banks, they're gonna be good. They're gonna be fine. They safe. You know, they got friends in different areas in life, so they can be all right. But it's the small banks that's gonna have to really deal with the fire that's coming. So
Small banks, small business. We see UK got affected pretty heavily. They're gonna have to drop 200 employees, something like that, right?
oh yeah, a lot of layoffs coming. They've
Yeah.
already talked about layoffs and stuff. So
Small business and small bank, man. Be careful, watch yourselves out here. We're gonna stay informed. I'm definitely gonna get Mike on the line. Probably, we'll be in talks tomorrow. Give us a quick synopsis.
Yeah, I go see him soon. I'm moving out there, so I told him I'll go visit him soon.
That's what's up. Yeah, me and Felicia talked
Nice.
about it. Go out there for the birthday because we really like enchantment out there, so we'll go out there. And probably stop and see them.
You like what out there?
Enchantment Resort. It's probably about an hour drive. Was it? It's about an hour and hour drive. It's a great resort for adults. Kind of just relax, you know.
you talking about Richville? Is that what you talking about?
Nah, it's not in Richville. It's another city. It's in another city.
Okay.
But go check out Richville. Some nice cars in Richville. If you ever get a chance, go to Cave Creek. It's beautiful there. Go to Desert Valley. Even if you have to, you know, meet somebody to go up into that housing area or whatever it is. But anyway, off Arizona. Yes, Mike will be really back in the saddle with us. I think things are going great for him. Congratulations to Mike and the truck, but he definitely wants to get us some information on everything that's going down right now. So I'm going to talk to him tomorrow. We'll see about getting the podcast shot up early so we can get some information out. But shit, other than that, man, like I always tell y'all, man, stay diligent, stay disciplined, watch yourself out here. Trade, man. If you ain't trading already, you need to be fucking trading. You need to be 100 at this point. Like, I think it's, despite a lot of shit going on, I know a lot of people like to make this shit about job focus and freedom and stuff, but it's gonna protect you at times like this. Times like this, we can make sales, we can still make profits, still make money. It's just having that skill set, having it in your back pocket, applying it when you're supposed to apply it. Any last words from anybody?
Nope, I'm good.
Man, just don't over leverage yourself out here in these markets. You know,
True
stay-
that.
Play defense, not offense.
I agree. All right. How about y'all later?
All right, later.